Hey, it's Michael Saul, but everybody calls me Tiny, and this video is double down on the tariffs, and Uber was a pooper. This is stock market analysis for the week of May 13th, 2019. If you would like to receive intra-week updates from me, go to www.attackthemarkets.com, put in your first name, your best email address, and follow the directions, and you will be on the intra-week update list. Facebook group can be found at facebook.com/group/attackthemarkets. If you like what you're hearing on this video, and come on, you know you do, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. It would mean so much to me, and I can move up the ranks in YouTube. And to never miss a video when one is uploaded, click subscribe and smash the bell, and you'll be notified when a new video is put up on the channel. Okay, so let's start with Uber, the biggest IPO they said in years coming out, whatever. Priced at $45. It opened below the price, below that $45 price, and never got back to $45. I had two friends who actually bought it at $42. So they were buying it at the offering price. It opened up at $42. They got filled. It actually ticked down a little bit. You can see there's a 5-minute chart. And then they got filled at 42. It went lower, then it came up higher. Now, when it was up here, I was thinking that it had a shot to actually go back above the $45 price. But now, instead, it rolled over here. Then this is not really a bear flag, but it's in the spirit of one. And then it wound up selling off. Didn't close at the lows, but closed below where it started trading, which was that $42 number. So, yeah, not nice with the second rideshare stock that has IPO'd in the last few weeks. Of course, Lyft being the other one. So, you're not going to see much here, but let's look at Lyft while we're at it. And if you watched my video last week, I had talked about Lyft coming into a possible buy situation, a buy setup. Buy situation, buy setup. But I wanted to get Tuesday's earnings out of the way, and the earnings were, I don't know, they were bad. I didn't think anybody expected them to be good. And the market, the stock rather, wound up selling off along with the market. So, no entry here as of yet. I still think there is potential for Lyft to have a setup, but at this point, it's going to have to leave this area here. It's going to have to leave this balance area, this range here, and then start to move higher. Otherwise, I mean, you're just trying to pick a bottom here. So, what is my thought? What are my thoughts on Uber? My thoughts on Uber are, as usual with IPOs, I like to give it a couple of days. One of my friends like, I don't understand. Why didn't you buy it today? I'm like, well, what's the rush? You know, I asked him what he's buying it for. I said, they lose money. Yeah, I know they lose money, but I'm buying it for the autonomous driving part. And that's fine. I'm not, my opinion on autonomous driving is different than a lot of my friends who think it's going to be the next big thing. I don't think it's coming as quick as people are thinking it's going to be. But even if that's the case, what's the rush to get in the day it debuts? So I don't know. And then my other friend, he's planning on holding it for years and years and years. So to him, it's not. It's like, he just wanted to get in and that's it. I don't know. Look, there's definitely a mix of ego in there as well as analysis. But that's with everybody, right? I'm not knocking any one person for doing that. A lot of people do that. A lot of people like to, I just want to be in it. Yeah, I just want to be in it. Well, yeah, but, why didn't you wait for a better entry? Yeah, you know what? I don't want to miss it. I just want to be in it. Whatever. And it's very difficult, as I'm sure you've learned by now, right? Because I'm assuming everybody here is over the age of 18. But if not, well, I don't know why you're watching this anyway. But, basically, by the time you get to 18, you realize that nobody can be, well, I guess it's later than that because I guess you're still trying at 18. But once you get to a certain age when you realize nobody can be talked into doing anything and people are going to do things for their reason and screw your reasons for not to do it, they're going to still do it. All right, so, and that was great when I was talking, I just want to get in, all right, whatever. So what am I going to do? Call him a moron for getting in? He's not a moron, right? He decided this is how he wanted to invest in it. All right? I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent, but of course I am. Now let's take a look at the market. So if we look at the S&P 500, it was the worst week for the S&P 500 in 2019, and all in all, it really wasn't that bad. Came down to the 50-day moving average, closed above it on Thursday, closed above it on Friday as well. Nice reversal, engulfed the previous day. Let's see now if it's going to continue the reversal will continue and will go up to the highs. I have talked about a pullback in the last couple of videos. I have said that we can watch for one, but pullbacks are going to more than likely be buying opportunities for the foreseeable future. Perma bull, no. Strong bull, yes. The market continues to act in a manner that suggests we are going higher on the near term. Okay? Will it eventually end? Of course, all things end eventually. Will we get a big drop like 2008? Yeah, remains to be seen. Don't know if that's going to happen. Of course, I've been reading a lot about it, and some people have been talking about some scenarios where that could happen. But as of right now, we are continuing to move in a nice stair-step manner. I don't believe this past week is anything to be concerned about. Of course, like I say every week, things can change very quickly, especially in the market. All right, I hate being Pollyannish. I hate sitting here saying nothing's going wrong, nothing could go wrong. I'm really not saying that. A lot of things could go wrong. Okay, we have the tariffs. Okay, so what happened is President Trump tweeted Sunday about how the tariffs are going to be doubled or more than doubled, whatever it is, with China. China says we're going to fight back, and who knows what's going to happen this weekend with all of that. Then on Friday, right after midnight, the tariffs were raised, and that led to the market gapping down, and then it bounced, and then it sold off, and then it reversed, right? So, that's a possible issue that may not go away, although later on in the day, President Trump did tweet that they are still working together. I think the trade war is averted. I think it happens. I think it's a lot of saber rattling. I think it's a lot of bluster, and I think that's good. But this is not the video to talk about that, okay? But I am pro-Trump, and yeah, I know, probably lost a couple of viewers just from that, but that's just the way I am. I like what he's doing. Do I agree with everything he's doing? Absolutely not. Okay, that doesn't mean, do I think that sometimes the things that are said, and by the way, everybody says, the stuff he says, and he's tweeting. If anybody really believes he's behind those tweets, and he's behind, and all these tweets and what he says is not orchestrated by a team, I really think you're fooling yourself, okay? I believe there's a lot going on. Great book by a non-Trump liker, Scott Adams. He doesn't like Trump at all. He wrote Win Bigly. It's a fantastic book, and it's about how he knew that Trump was going to win the election and why. It's a great book if you want to pick it up. But anyway, and it's more about psychology and herd mentality and more, you bring grooming a herd and all that stuff. Okay, so anyway, but if you want to read it, go ahead. Marketing and all that good stuff. So I think we're going to see new highs. Here's the NASDAQ, nice hammer at the 50-day. I believe the same thing there. Here's the Dow. Didn't quite make new highs yet, so it's lagging a little bit. Not a sell signal. Okay, the Russell got below the 50-day but came back above it. Again, not enough to worry about this for now. And you can see the mid-caps came down to almost the 200-day and reversed as well. I know I went off on a little tangent, so I got to catch up. I don't want to keep everybody glued to the video for 25 minutes here on this one. Look how the semiconductors came down and reversed at the 50-day moving average. Nice. Here's NVIDIA back down to the top of support. I would be watching this stock for potential buying opportunity. Notice how we zigzag down. Watch to see if we can get a bounce, but you gotta keep a tight leash on it. KLA Tanker, oofa, what a push down here. Is it going to the 200-day or is it going to turn from here? I mean, is it some semi-support here, but it does have the 200-day a bit further down. Here's Intel, got whacked here, and this is a pretty sharp move to the downside. Could be going back down to these lows if weakness continues. Like I said, I want to watch to see if the market could turn here, but if it doesn't, yeah, then we have to be watching for next support points. How about the banks? So the banks held okay. Yeah, they pulled back, but you can see they're at between the 50 and the 200-day. Here's Bank of America right at the 50-day moving average. Here's Citigroup. Here's JP Morgan. All right, what about some of the glamour stocks? Let's start with Caterpillar. Too sloppy. John Deere looks better, but also sloppy. Notice how it held the 200-day moving average. How about Amazon? Yeah, Amazon pulled back here. Looks like it could be at a buy signal for now. I'm not really super confident. Want to wait for the confirmation here and see if it can continue up from here. Here's Apple down at the 50 and the 200-day moving average. Also watching that for a potential buying op. Here's Google at the 200-day moving average. Now, Google was showing weakness before the market was weak this past week. Notice this nice doji right at the 200-day moving average. Zuckbook, nice pullback to the 20 EMA. I don't know if any of these are going to result in anything to the upside, but they are in nice pullbacks, which means we should be watching them for buy signals. Here's Netflix, a little sloppy. I think there's better fish to fry. Tesla, I'm avoiding for the time being. Here's Disney, right? The big push up with the streaming service announcement. Now it's come back. Let's see what it can do from here. How about bonds? Bonds look like they may want to move a little higher, unless this is a lower high. If this is a lower high and this low gets taken out, watch for a retest of the 200-day moving average. Here's USO. This is oil. Oil is coiling up, getting ready to move. Remember, usually there is a seasonal high into the July 4th holiday. So we want to watch that. And then you got gold miners here, right, sitting at the 200-day moving average. Very tough to be bullish on gold, even though gold is showing some good relative strength compared to miners. Miners tend to lead. So let's do the recap. As far as Uber, I am going to wait a couple of days before I dip my toes in. You do whatever you want. Of course, it's your money. Here's the market. Nice reversal at the 50-day moving average. Could we be back in the bullish game, headed back up to highs, or will residual weakness come in this coming week, and maybe we'll go down to the 200-day moving average? For now, I am absolutely bullish. Not a perma bull, but I am bullish with, of course, the right to change my mind if something sets up. Okay? That's it. Any questions? tiny@attackthemarkets.com. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you like what you heard. And I will speak to you in the intra-week updates or in next week's video.